You've heard of a bridge over troubled water, but what if it's the bridge that's troubled?
You start playing it in your mind going, geez, I wonder if this bridge is really safe.
Because I know some of them were built years ago. Maybe it's time to update them, maybe?
News 3 Investigates looked at bridges in 4 counties, Columbia, Dane, Rock, and Sauk, to see which were most in need of a little TLC. Digging through a federal database and piles of inspection reports, we found 117 bridges deemed structurally deficient in the 4 counties. 17 in Columbia, 57 in Dane, 26 in Rock, and 17 in Sauk County.
It means to us that there's some attention needed on some of the more structural components of that bridge.
Beth Canestra is director of the Bureau of Structures, overseeing everything from overpasses to culverts to large-scale highway signs for the Wisconsin DOT.
I think that's the main part of our job, is to really manage our structures and make sure that they're safe for the public.
About 10% of Badger State spans meet the structurally deficient criteria, like this Interstate 90 bridge taking nearly 20,000 cars a day across U.S. Highway 14 in Rock County. Built in 1961, an inspection report from June reveals it's starting to show its age. Underneath, we found crumbling concrete, in many places leaving rebar exposed, cracking, heavy rust, and corrosion. While repairs are needed, the bridge is not considered to be in critical condition.
I really feel that the state really does a good job, as good as they can possibly do, but the maintenance is an ongoing thing, so I sure hope they're doing a good job.
Many of the structurally deficient bridges in the 4 counties are small, like this one over Token Creek on State Highway 19 in the town of Windsor. 15,000 cars cross daily, unaware of what inspectors found underneath: corrosion, cracking, extreme rust, and they recommended the tiny bridge be scheduled for a replacement.
Basically cracks. Cracks lead to everything.
So cracking is one of the key things inspectors like Steve Katzner are trained to watch for.
You get a crack, you get water in it. Water causes rust. You get spalling, delamination. That means concrete falling off.
Every bridge in Wisconsin gets this kind of once-over every 2 years.
Public safety is number one. So, I mean, you can't put a price on that.
Inspections do yield results. Our investigation found in many cases where repairs were suggested, they were made. Workers patching up the underside of this interstate bridge in Dane County to prevent further decay before its deck can be replaced. In the meantime, it will see an inspector's eyes annually.
And I'll have to say that if we have bridges that we're particularly concerned about that are very network, system critical bridges, we find a way to get the money to repair them or whatever.
Then there are those bridges off the beaten path, like this old steel structure on Dyerson Road in the town of Dunn. Built in 1897, there's no doubt this rusty and in some places rickety connector has seen better days.
And if we have them starting to get to that point, we will load post a bridge.
That means limiting the weight of traffic to travel across, in this case to no more than 6 tons. For drivers, those signs can be scary.
Maybe start thinking, geez, maybe there is something, that is going on here that we're not aware of.
And my understanding is that those are bridges that are suspect.
Officials say the load posting is a tool to prevent problems from getting worse, and that the signs nor the structurally deficient rating should make you afraid.
It really isn't as scary as it sounds. It doesn't mean that the bridge is unsafe in any way, shape, or form.
But if it is, it might mean you find yourself at a dead end, like at a closed bridge in Rock County deemed too dangerous to cross.